Life isn't always fair, but the real question is, how will you respond? The people you just heard about didn't have easy beginnings. They carry differences, wounds, even pain that others can hardly imagine. Yet instead of letting those things define them, they chose to rise, shift their mindset, and turn their weaknesses into strengths. What about you when faced with judgment or limits from society? What would you do? Share your perspective in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep following inspiring stories like these. Marlon Shirley went through a childhood marked by a major life-changing event that left him without a fully intact body. For a child, losing the natural ability of a leg can seem like the end of every dream of running and jumping. But Marlon refused to let adversity decide the rest of his life. He turned to track and field, beginning a journey filled with sweat and tears to adapt to a prosthetic running leg, transforming it into a launch pad for what once seemed impossible. On the track of the new century, Marlon Shirley stunned the entire sports world by becoming the first amputee athlete to complete the short sprint distance with an impressive time that broke previous limits. It was not just a sporting record, but a historic milestone symbolizing unbreakable human will. Each of his strides on the track was powerful and graceful, no different from an able-bodied professional athlete, proving that human speed is determined by determination, not by physical completeness. Marlon Shirley is now an eternal symbol of resilience. He has changed the world's definition of the limits of disability, blurring the line between imperfection and excellence. His story teaches us that storms may take away parts of our physical bodies, but as long as the heart keeps beating and desire continues to burn, we can still move forward at the speed of our wildest dreams. Edmer B. Sisson once thought his early toothaches were only a minor problem, but his health condition gradually became more complicated and required serious medical care. An infection in the oral area caused noticeable swelling in his face, greatly affecting his daily life and overall well-being. Refusing to lose hope, Edmer sought help from doctors, remained persistent with treatment, and gradually overcame that difficult period. The dangerous complications serve not only as a warning about oral health care, but also as a lesson in resilience. Through each painful day of treatment, Edmer not only regained physical strength, but also cultivated patience and confidence to face adversity. His story becomes an inspiration, reminding us to value our bodies, proactively care for our health, and never give up when facing life's challenges. Jerlin is a young woman from Sultan Kudarat who faced a life-changing tragedy when her face was severely disfigured in a fire accident. The severe burns left not only physical scars, but also tested her spirit and self-confidence. Before the accident, Jerlin sensed subtle premonitions, as if an invisible warning hinted at the challenges ahead. Instead of letting the trauma defeat her, she persevered through recovery, sought medical care, and strengthened her spirit, transforming her pain into motivation to live optimistically and inspire those around her. Daniel Ritchie entered life with an extremely difficult challenge, being born without arms due to a rare congenital condition. Faced with doctors' concerns about a bleak future, Daniel's parents chose not to overprotect him, but instead taught him independence, encouraging him to face life using his feet. From eating and writing to the most complex daily activities, Daniel persistently trained his feet to become dexterous and strong, transforming them into versatile tools to affirm his unique existence. overcoming childhood years filled with insecurity and the curious stares of others. Daniel Ritchie found strength in faith and the desire to contribute. He not only persevered to graduate from university, but also became a motivational speaker, standing before thousands to speak about the true value of human beings. Daniel proves that wholeness does not lie in limbs, but in the soul. Lacking arms is not a tragedy, but an opportunity to show the world the extraordinary power of perseverance. Daniel Ritchie has proven that love doesn't need hands to hold it. It needs a compassionate heart and an iron will. The image of him skillfully caring for his child with his feet reminds the world that the biggest obstacle is a lack of self-belief. Are you moved by this sacred fatherly love and extraordinary strength? Comment to share your feelings, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us. In Sultan Kudarat, three brothers named Mark Ian, Mark Jason, and Mark Anthony Ogis have long become special figures within their community. With their distinctively fair skin, they are affectionately called Ogis by the locals and are seen as symbols of good luck. Their unique appearance has never created a distance. Instead, sincere connections have helped them integrate, earning them love and respect from those around them in their daily lives. In reality, the brothers' unique appearance is due to albinism, a genetic condition that causes a deficiency of natural melanin pigment in the skin, hair, and eyes. Despite facing challenges with their vision and skin sensitivity to sunlight, they continue to live optimistic and hopeful lives. Their story not only raises awareness about this condition, but also conveys a powerful message about celebrating diversity and the inherent beauty of every individual in our world. Mariam Pare experienced a life-altering accident that took away the mobility of both her arms and legs, leaving her dependent on a wheelchair at a very young age. For someone who loved art, losing control of her hands felt like a profound tragedy. But Mariam chose not to surrender to fate. During her quiet days in hospital, she began learning to use the only remaining flexible part of her body to continue her passion, her lips. She spent years of persistent practice, overcoming challenges and early failures to learn how to control a paintbrush with her mouth. Every small brushstroke and every blend of color required intense concentration and unwavering determination. Today, Mariam Pare has become a world-renowned professional painter, creating highly detailed, vivid portraits filled with emotional depth that even able-bodied artists would find difficult to achieve. Mariam Pare has shown the world that art is not born from the hands, but woven from the soul and intellect. Physical limitations may confine her body, but they cannot stop her creative mind from soaring across the canvas. Mariam's story is a moving anthem of perseverance, reminding us that when one door closes, love and passion will always find their own way to shine. Some journeys do not begin with feet, but with the synchronized heartbeat of two lives moving as one. When Rick Hoyt was born, his world was confined within an immobile body due to congenital cerebral palsy. He could not speak or walk. Doctors once advised his family to place him in a care facility, believing he would live his life in a vegetative state. But they underestimated the love of his father, Dick Hoyt. A turning point came when Rick was 15 and used a computer to tell his father that when he ran with him, he no longer felt disabled. From that fateful day onward, the Great Father began an unprecedented journey, pushing his son's wheelchair through more than 1,000 athletic events, from marathons to the grueling Ironman competitions. Imagine a middle-aged man swimming while towing his son in a raft, cycling with him seated in front, and then finishing by pushing the wheelchair to the finish line under the scorching sun. Along that road filled with sweat and tears, Rick was no longer on the sidelines of life. He became the engine, the very soul that drove his father forward. Rick Hoyt's story is not merely about a person with a disability overcoming fate, but an immortal anthem of deep father-son love. Together, they showed the world that the only true limits of human beings exist within the mind. When there is a purpose large enough and love deep enough, even a disabled body can become a free bird soaring through life's storms to reach glory. Their journey stands as a testament to the infinite power of compassion, turning what once seemed impossible into a great miracle that moves millions of hearts. In a world where people rush about on their healthy legs, Jordan Milroy chose a path of his own, one that was both proud and different. Born with cerebral palsy, Jordan's life was plagued from the beginning by painful muscle spasms, making movement and communication extreme daily challenges. Doctors once thought he would be confined to the four walls of a sterile room. Yet, hidden behind that unresponsive body was an iron will, burning with the desire to conquer the world. Instead of accepting a life of complacency and succumbing to physical limitations, Jordan set his sights on towering heights. He didn't choose expensive shoes or high-tech prosthetics. He chose to confront fate head-on with his bare hands. He began his journey challenging the vertical ladder by crawling. It was a crazy decision in the eyes of many, but it was a declaration of freedom from a soul that never accepted limits. Jordan's greatest challenge, and the pinnacle that cemented his legend, was conquering the Sky Tower in New Zealand. Throughout the long climb to the top, while others ascended in elevators in just a few seconds, Jordan's world was a life-or-death battle that lasted for hours. He gripped the cold metal steps with his hands, using all the strength in his shoulders to drag his cramped legs forward. Each step he climbed was soaked with sweat and left calluses bleeding from his wounds. The relentless, agonizing muscle spasms threatened to break the young man's resolve, but his eyes never wavered. He wasn't climbing for personal fame, nor did he seek fleeting applause. With each step Jordan took, he brought in valuable charitable funds. He transformed his pain into positive energy, igniting hope and opening up opportunities for treatment for countless other underprivileged children with disabilities. Jordan Milroy's story is like a wake-up call, gentle yet powerful, piercing the minds of those struggling with challenges. He reminds us that the biggest obstacle to success is not physical disabilities, but the fear in our hearts. Be brave enough to walk, or even crawl, forward, because as long as you don't give up, every peak in life can be conquered at your feet. Jordan Milroy's story is a wake-up call, striking directly at the minds of those struggling with challenges. He reminds us that the biggest obstacle to success is not physical disability, but fear in our hearts. Be brave and move forward, or even crawl, because as long as you don't give up, all heights can be conquered. Do you think fear is the biggest obstacle for humankind? Comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the channel and help us create more meaningful videos. Jack Ayers made a courageous decision early in life to undergo an amputation of one leg due to a congenital condition. Rather than living a life defined by limitation, Jack chose to take control of his own destiny. He committed himself to training in the gym, building a strong, sculpted, and highly attractive physique. His metal prosthetic leg did not diminish his masculinity. Instead, it became an artistic feature that symbolizes a true warrior spirit. Jack Ayers made history as the first male amputee model to walk the runway at New York Fashion Week, one of the most prestigious and demanding fashion stages in the world. Beyond that milestone, he was also honored in a major national beauty competition, a title traditionally reserved for conventional standards of appearance. Jack's presence on major runways has fundamentally shifted the fashion industry's perception of male beauty. Jack Ayers is a living example that confidence and character are the ultimate weapons of a man. He shattered the stereotype that disability equals weakness, turning his prosthetic leg into a symbol of strength and modern style. He teaches us that the standard of beauty is not found in a perfectly symmetrical body, but in the powerful energy that radiates from a fearless mindset. Our character was once a promising swimmer until a serious accident at sea took part of her leg. For someone whose life was deeply connected to the water, this loss was not only a major physical injury, but also a severe psychological shock, as she had to confront her fear of the very ocean she once loved. But she did not allow fear to imprison her. Instead, she chose to return to where it all began in order to reclaim the light she had lost. Shortly after the incident, she astonished everyone by appearing brilliantly at an international parasport competition. With extraordinary determination, she overcame haunting memories to powerfully stroke through the pool, winning valuable medals. It was not just a victory in a sporting event, but the greatest triumph of a person over the cruelty of fate and her own fears. This journey turned her into a new symbol of the human capacity for powerful recovery. She proved that physical form may change, but resilience and passion remain intact in one's very being. Her story is a firm affirmation that storms may wound us, but it is the way we rise and continue to swim against the current that defines a true champion in life. Perry-Romberg syndrome is a harsh challenge that Lucas Caldwell has had to face as the tissues beneath his facial skin gradually atrophy, significantly altering his facial structure. This rare condition is not only a physical struggle, but a persistent battle for his mental well-being. However, Lucas has chosen not to let these physical changes define who he truly is. He faces reality with remarkable composure, turning days of painful treatment into a journey of cultivating personal strength and character. On the path to adapting to his physical changes, Lucas has found strength in the support of his family and companions. Instead of withdrawing into insecurity, he proactively shares his story to spread a message of empathy throughout the community. His efforts in raising awareness about Perry-Romberg syndrome have helped many gain a better understanding of the condition, thereby reducing unnecessary and curious gazes. His kindness and outlook on life have become a great source of encouragement for those facing similar circumstances. Lucas Caldwell's life is a vivid testament to the fact that humans can master their own destiny despite facing the most unpredictable hardships. He proves that an individual's core value lies in their intelligence, compassion, and desire to contribute, rather than in physical perfection. By embracing himself and constantly moving forward, Lucas inspires us to view the world with more compassion. His story serves as a reminder that as long as we hold on to faith, we are capable of overcoming even the most brutal limitations of nature. Jerome Hammond wrote a completely new chapter in modern medical history by becoming the first person in the world to successfully undergo 2 face transplants. Affected by neurofibromatosis type 1, NF1, from a young age, his face was severely impacted by tumors developing under the skin, making daily life incredibly difficult. The barriers regarding his appearance and functionality did not dampen Jerome's spirit. Instead, he bravely faced high-risk medical challenges to seek a chance to start over. After his first face transplant in 2010, Jerome enjoyed years of peace before health complications necessitated a second surgery in 2018. The recovery period after each major operation required extraordinary endurance, both physically and psychologically. With the nickname, "The Man with Three Faces," he demonstrated his intense vitality after such profound changes. His perseverance was not just an effort to return to a normal life, but also a testament to the wonders of medical technology. Today, even while carrying a completely new face, Jerome retains the optimism and identity that have always existed behind the bandages. His story has become a symbol of the power of hope, proving that while one's appearance can be ravaged by adversity, the core value of an individual is immutable. Jerome serves as a powerful affirmation that when humans dare to embrace risk to reclaim their right to live, they will find light even in the darkest of circumstances. If Jerome's story makes you believe more deeply in the power of hope and the will to live, leave your thoughts below, hit like, and subscribe to help spread more extraordinary journeys like this. Some turning points in life happen in a single instant, yet their shockwaves last a lifetime. For female soldier Melissa Stockwell, that moment came in 2004 in Iraq, when an improvised explosive device detonated near her patrol vehicle. When she regained consciousness, she was forced to confront the brutal truth that part of her left leg had been left behind on the battlefield. In her early 20s, full of ambition, losing a limb was a shock that could have broken anyone. She became the first female American soldier to lose a limb in that war. But the soldier's blood within Melissa would not allow her to fall. Instead of drowning in tears of regret for the past, she chose to look toward the future with a prosthetic metal leg. Melissa threw herself into athletic training with the spirit of a warrior going into battle. She chose swimming and the triathlon, one of the most demanding tests of endurance. In the early days, her prosthetic leg rubbed against her skin until it bled, and the pain was relentless. But it was all eventually overcome by her resilient smile. Just a few years later, she proudly stepped onto the Paralympic stage and brought home a medal of glory. Melissa Stockwell completely redefined the meaning of loss. She did not see the loss of her leg as an ending, but as a proud new chapter in her life story. Each time she stood on the podium and watched her national flag wave, people did not see a wounded veteran, but an enduring symbol of courage. Through her extraordinary journey, she delivered a powerful message that physical wounds cannot stop a spirit from shining, inspiring determination to overcome every adversity in life. Jesus Chuy Aceves, also known as the Wolf Man, has spent the majority of his life living with the rare condition congenital hypertrichosis. This genetic trait causes his entire face and body to be covered by a thick layer of dark hair, placing him in a position completely distinct from those around him. Despite facing countless curious gazes and even social alienation during his early years, Chuy has always maintained the spirit of an upright man, viewing this difference as an inseparable, natural part of himself. Refusing to let his appearance define his self-worth, Chuy sought to integrate by joining circuses and later television shows, where he transformed his exotic look into an interesting career opportunity. This profession not only helped him stabilize his life, but also became a stage for him to assert his personality and confidence before the public. Through these experiences, Chuy gradually dismantled the psychological barriers between himself and the community, proving that while appearance may trigger initial reactions, it is the personality within that truly connects human beings. The story of Chuy Aceves is not merely limited to curiosity about a medical phenomenon. It is a profound reminder of the right to respect for every individual. Even though life with hypertrichosis brings many social challenges, he chose to face the world with a smile and understanding. By living fully as himself, Chuy became an inspiration for self-acceptance, spreading the message that true beauty lies in how we welcome and cherish the diversity of humanity. Imagine being at the peak of a modeling career, only to wake up one day and find your body completely devastated by a tampon. This was the real-life tragedy of supermodel Lauren Wasser in 2012, when she developed a devastating case of toxic shock syndrome. High fever, organ failure, and necrosis forced doctors to amputate her right leg in order to save her life. A few years later, her remaining leg suffered the same grim fate, turning a fashion beauty icon into a double amputee. The physical pain was nothing compared to the emotional collapse Lauren endured when she once considered giving up on life. However, her warrior instinct did not allow her to remain in despair. Lauren chose to rise again on a pair of striking golden prosthetic legs that shone with defiance and pride. She brought those extraordinary legs back to the runways of the world's biggest fashion weeks, transforming a medical device into a powerful piece of jewelry and a symbol of fierce rebirth. Lauren Wasser did not only save her own life, she also used her platform to help protect the lives of millions of other women. She became a powerful social activist, fighting to force corporations to be transparent about the chemical ingredients in menstrual hygiene products. Every powerful step she takes on the runway with her golden prosthetic legs serves as a stark reminder that tragedy may take part of your body, but it can never touch the fire of resilience burning within your soul. Arthur Borman's story did not begin with a congenital condition, but with accumulated injuries after years of serving in the United States military. Returning from war with severely damaged knees and spine, doctors placed a fateful verdict on his life, telling him he would never be able to walk again. For 15 long years, Arthur accepted that harsh reality. He gained massive weight, wore a bulky back brace, and moved entirely with crutches or a wheelchair, living a life that slowly wore him down. But life always rewards those who dare to question their limits. At the age of 47, Arthur found a special yoga instructor, the only person who believed he could change. The early days were pure agony, as his overweight body collapsed to the floor, his muscles screamed in pain, and every breath came out in exhaustion. Many people advised him to quit, believing it was impossible for a disabled veteran to recover. But Arthur persisted, falling again and again, then crawling back up, training relentlessly every single day. And then a miracle unfolded before the astonished eyes of the medical community. Arthur began to lose weight, and his joints gradually regained flexibility. One day, he let go of his crutches and stood firmly on his own 2 feet. He eventually progressed to running down familiar roads, and his transformation reached tens of millions of views worldwide. He proved a simple truth. Sometimes the greatest barrier to freedom is not physical injury itself, but the moment you choose to believe other people's limitations instead of your own potential. Adrienne Lewis became the center of global attention for possessing a rare bodily trait, a tongue of astonishing length, extending well beyond 10 centimeters. For many, the ability to reach her eyes, nose, or even her elbow with her tongue might seem incredibly strange. But for Adrienne, it is a unique part of her identity that she has embraced since childhood. Rather than hiding this difference, she confidently turned it into a personal trademark, capturing the curiosity and admiration of millions worldwide. Fame came to Adrienne as a natural result when she proactively shared photos and videos of her unique ability on social media platforms. Those humorous and confident moments not only helped her earn a place among those with the most unique physical traits, but also sparked a positive public conversation about self-acceptance. She demonstrates to everyone that anatomical differences are not barriers, but can instead become a source of joy and a way for each individual to shine in their own distinct way. Closing these stories of wonder. Adrienne's case serves as a gentle reminder of the marvelous diversity in human biology. In a world that is always evolving, possessing a unique highlight like an ultra-long tongue is not merely a matter of measurements, but a testament to the richness of nature. Through this, she inspires us to view differences with a more open mind, cherishing the uniqueness of every person as a piece that forms the colorful tapestry of humanity. What do you think makes Adrienne so special? Share your thoughts below, hit like, and subscribe to the channel to discover more fascinating stories about human differences. Imagine a world where you have no hands to write, to drive, or to shake someone's hand. Richie Parker was born with a rare condition in which he had no arms at all from birth. When doctors saw the newborn, they sighed with concern, and society assumed he would become a lifelong burden. But Richie's parents refused to raise him in pity. Instead, they encouraged him to do everything on his own, from using his feet to eat and brush his teeth, to opening doors, turning his feet into remarkably dexterous second hands. With relentless determination, Richie not only learned to live independently like anyone else, but also nurtured a burning passion for high-speed machinery. He committed himself to mechanical engineering, overcoming thousands of doubts and expectations to become a chassis design engineer for Hendrick Motorsports, one of the most prestigious teams in NASCAR racing. The image of him sitting in front of a computer, using his toes to type rapidly and control a mouse while designing aerodynamic race cars, has become a powerful symbol of extraordinary intelligence and resilience. To achieve full independence, Richie even designed a customized driving system for his personal car, allowing him to use his left foot for acceleration and his right foot to operate a specially adapted steering mechanism, enabling him to confidently drive himself to work every day. Richie Parker's story is like a refreshing wave that cuts through excuses and complacency. He proves a profound truth: when you stop complaining about what you lack, the world naturally begins to open up unimaginable paths built from what you already have. Samira Ben-Har lives with an abnormally developing bone tumor that has caused significant changes to her face over time. For Samira, her difference is not something she can simply hide or forget, because it is present in every interaction and every moment she appears before others. But behind that appearance is a person with emotions, hopes, and the desire to live an ordinary life. Samira's story should not be viewed with curiosity, but with respect for someone facing many difficult challenges. Perhaps the greatest challenge for Samira is not only her health condition, but also the feeling of having others see her illness before they see the person she truly is. When the face becomes the first thing people notice, it can be easy for someone to be misunderstood or treated differently. Yet Samira continues to live, to move forward through difficult days, and to hold on to hope. It is this resilience that gives her story a depth far beyond any medical description. Samira Ben-Har's journey reminds us that appearance is never the full measure of a person's worth. A face may change because of illness, but dignity, emotions, and the right to be loved always remain. Her story does not need to be told through sensationalism, but through kindness and compassion. Samira represents those who face the world's judgment every day, yet quietly hold on to the belief that they deserve to be understood, cared for, and seen with humanity. Amidst the gentleness of newborns, Liam stands out as an astonishing exception in Wisconsin. Suffering from myostatin-related muscular hypertrophy, his body was like a sturdy sculpture from birth, allowing him to support his own weight and climb stairs at just 5 months old. Although this exceptional growth challenged the flexibility of his joints, his family embraced him with love and trained him scientifically to transform his physical limitations into an energetic journey. Liam not only amazed experts, but also ignited hope in the rare disease community, proving that congenital differences can become a unique source of inspiration if nurtured correctly. Darina Spangler was born with an extremely harsh challenge from fate, carrying a severe congenital facial defect caused by a deficiency of connective tissues in the lip and chin area. This biological structural impairment turned even the most basic infant instincts, such as feeding, learning to speak, or forming a full smile into painful physical barriers. From her very first breath, life placed a heavy burden on the small child, testing the patience and love of everyone around her. Yet, in the very place where nature unintentionally left a profound void, the skill of modern medicine and the warmth of family love came together to weave a real-life fairy tale. Through a series of highly complex facial reconstructive surgeries, leading plastic surgery specialists carefully restored Darina's facial features. This challenging treatment process not only helped her regain her innate ability to speak, but also gave her the chance to connect equally with the outside world. The remarkable transformation in both appearance and spirit of Darina Spangler stands as a resounding victory of hope over the harsh prejudices of society. The once resilient little girl can now confidently walk forward with her head held high on the path she has chosen, freely pursuing her own dreams and aspirations. Darina's journey is a vivid testament that every individual deserves a complete life and boundless happiness. Katie O'Brien is not only an impressive presence on the Hollywood screen, but also the embodiment of a fearless warrior spirit that defies society's strict norms. Born with a passion for martial arts and fitness from a young age, she chose a completely different path. training to build a lean and powerful physique that clearly reflects extraordinary inner strength. This difference once led her to face many prejudices about conventional standards of feminine beauty. However, through exceptional talent and unwavering perseverance, Katie transformed public skepticism into a solid launching pad for her acting career. She has consistently appeared in major international blockbusters, performing intense action sequences herself and establishing a completely new definition of charisma rooted in female empowerment. Each of her roles is filled with vitality and inner strength, breaking down rigid boundaries within the seventh art. Behind the spotlight of a star, Katie O'Brien is also a powerful beacon of inspiration for self-confidence and the courage to live true to one's identity. She uses her voice to encourage younger generations to step out of their comfort zones, embrace the uniqueness of their bodies, and relentlessly pursue their passions. Her journey affirms that true glory only comes when we dare to be different and take pride in that difference. As we reach the end of today's video, perhaps the most powerful thing that stays with us is not the differences or the painful challenges these people faced, but the way they chose to keep moving forward, even when life was never easy. Each story is proof that human beings can be far stronger than we ever imagine. Which journey impacted you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can continue joining us for more inspiring true stories ahead. Real miracles exist all around us. Stories of people who remain standing and continue to shine brightly, even among the ruins of fate. In today's video, we will enter the extraordinary journeys of real-life superheroes. Individuals who transformed physical pain into their greatest source of strength and used it to pursue their dreams. From a young man unable to use his hands who proudly stepped onto the wrestling mat, to the little Thumbelina who escaped death 3 times. Each story reveals one powerful truth. The only true limits exist within the mind, and an unbreakable spirit can rewrite even the harshest destiny. These are certain to be some of the most deeply moving and inspiring stories you have ever heard, powerful enough to completely transform the way you see life. Do not miss a single precious moment of this video. Hit the like button now to show your support for their courageous journeys. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss the extraordinary stories still to come. Together, let us spread this positive energy and help these remarkable stories reach even more people. Govardhan Das, a 52-year-old shop owner from Punjab, India, is living with neurofibromatosis type 1, or NF1, a rare condition that causes tumors to grow along the nerves and has led to severe facial disfigurement. Although he showed no early signs of the disorder, the tumors began appearing when he was around 20 years old and continued growing over the next 3 decades, affecting his vision, ability to eat and communicate, while also causing persistent burning pain and itching. With limited treatment options and doctors considering his condition extremely difficult to address surgically, he has had to learn how to live with the ongoing changes to his body. Despite the curiosity of strangers and the fear sometimes shown by young children in public, Das continues to maintain a positive outlook. He says that his family and fellow villagers have always treated him with love and respect, and he refuses to let his physical appearance define his worth as a human being. CJ, who gained worldwide attention in 2020 after sharing his courageous medical journey, has returned with positive updates about his life today. Born with proximal femoral focal deficiency, or PFFD, he did not have a femur in his right leg. To improve his mobility, doctors performed a rotation plasty, removing part of the affected leg and rotating the lower portion 180 degrees so that his foot could function like a knee joint while also changing the mechanics of his hip. In an emotional update, CJ shared that this was the first time he had been able to walk without enduring the severe pain that had troubled him for years. In addition to PFFD, CJ also lives with multiple hereditary exostoses, or MHE, a condition that caused benign bone growths throughout his childhood. Now a father, he faces the reality that his two daughters, Quinn and Casey, have also inherited the condition from him. Drawing on his own experience, CJ no longer approaches the diagnosis with fear, but with preparation and determination. He understands the modern treatment process and is committed to standing beside his daughters, supporting them through any necessary surgeries they may face in the future. For CJ, this journey is not only about overcoming his own pain, but also about love, responsibility, and helping the next generation face their challenges with greater strength. Haley, 30, is living with a rare condition called lymphangioliomyomatosis, or LAM, which causes abnormal cysts to develop in the lungs and kidneys. While most patients have only a small number of cysts, Haley's case is exceptionally rare, with approximately 700 cysts in her lungs alone. The condition affects only about 2 in every 1 million people worldwide. Her illness has severely impaired her ability to breathe, leaving her with a constant feeling of heaviness in her chest and forcing her to rely on supplemental oxygen around the clock to maintain stable breathing. Despite the serious limitations caused by her health condition, Haley continues to move forward with determination. She is currently completing the necessary procedures to be placed on the organ transplant waiting list. With the unwavering support of her fiancé, Michael, and her family, Haley has transformed her personal struggles into a source of motivation for others. She actively uses social media to share her story and raise public awareness about LAM. Although medical research on this rare disease remains limited, Haley hopes that her advocacy efforts will help create a better future for others facing the same condition. Kelly Baker, a 17-year-old student from Arkansas, is striving to live with courage while facing Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, or EDS. The condition has caused severe gastroparesis, leaving her digestive system unable to process food or liquids on its own. Since her 13th birthday, Kelly's life has depended on specialized medical support. She currently receives all of her nutrition intravenously through total parenteral nutrition, or TPN, together with a specialized catheter system, a life-sustaining treatment that must continue 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Kelly carries this complex medical equipment in a compact backpack that stays with her wherever she goes. To her, it is far more than a personal accessory. It is the lifeline that keeps her alive each day. Kelly explains that TPN is her only essential source of nutrition and hydration, allowing her body to continue functioning. Despite the enormous challenges and her complete dependence on intravenous support, she remains optimistic and chooses to face adversity while pursuing the same ordinary goals as other people her age. Her journey is a powerful testament to resilience and determination in the face of serious health obstacles. Kaylee Blazensky, 19, is a determined young model and actress who has transformed the greatest challenge of her life into motivation to shine. At the age of 11, while pursuing a promising future in gymnastics, Kaylee began experiencing unusual pain in her left ankle. An MRI scan later changed her life completely when she was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, a form of bone cancer. Faced with a difficult decision to save her life, Kaylee bravely chose to have her leg amputated, knowing it was the only way to preserve her chance of survival and maintain an active lifestyle. Less than a month after surgery, Kaylee's remarkable determination amazed many people when she returned to performing flips on a trampoline and competing in national-level gymnastics without using a prosthetic leg. At the age of 17, she began wearing a distinctive gold chrome-plated prosthetic, transforming a medical device into a symbol of personal style and confidence. Although she was once hesitant to share her private life on social media, Kaylee has since become a TikTok sensation, with her videos attracting millions of views. On the platform, she confidently showcases her sense of humor and positive outlook on life, inspiring tens of thousands of followers. From launching her modeling career while still undergoing treatment to making progress in the acting industry, Kaylee Blosensky's journey is a powerful testament to perseverance. She has proven that physical limitations cannot prevent a young woman from pursuing her dreams. By openly sharing how she overcame a life-changing experience, Kaylee has not only affirmed her own worth, but also become a powerful source of inspiration, spreading optimism and courage to people around the world. How has Kaylee's determination to never give up inspired you? Share your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so we can spread her spirit of optimism and courage together. Jem Turner is a deeply inspiring figure who has used her own life journey to challenge and reshape society's perceptions of people with disabilities. She was born with osteogenesis imperfecta type 3, a rare genetic condition that makes the bones extremely fragile and prone to fractures, leading to limitations in height and mobility and requiring her to use a wheelchair from an early age. However, rather than allowing those challenges to define her, Jem chose to shape her identity through positive thinking, creativity, and extraordinary courage. As Jem grew older, she realized that the world around her still lacked a true understanding of the experiences faced by people with disabilities. She decided to become a content creator and advocate, openly sharing honest stories about her everyday life. From confronting physical barriers in public spaces and navigating the challenges of finding suitable clothing, to breaking down social stereotypes, Jem's content always reflects her distinctive personality, intelligent, humorous, and visually creative. She proves that a body with physical limitations can never stand in the way of a free spirit filled with ambition, confidence, and dreams. Jem Turner's appeal comes from her complete authenticity. She does not avoid speaking about pain or hardship, but the way she expresses herself always focuses on finding solutions and encouraging greater empathy within the community. Through social media platforms and her personal blog, Jem has built a strong and supportive space where people are encouraged to love themselves and confidently embrace their own identities. She has shown the world that happiness does not depend on physical ability, but on how we choose to accept, shape, and take control of our own lives. Today, Jem Turner continues to serve as a powerful voice for diversity, inclusion, and equality. She actively collaborates with organizations and brands to promote inclusive design, helping ensure that everyone, regardless of physical ability, has fair access to services, products, and social experiences. Jem's journey is more than a personal story. It is a meaningful lesson in kindness, resilience, and determination. Through her work, she inspires people to believe in their inner strength and recognize their ability to rise above adversity, embrace their individuality, and build a fulfilling life on their own terms. Monique Dior Jarrett. 32 is a powerful and inspiring figure who has broken through stereotypes surrounding physical limitations to establish herself in the worlds of art and fashion. Born in Manchester, England, with osteogenesis imperfecta type 3, commonly known as brittle bone disease, her life has always required exceptional care and caution. From the moment she wakes up, Monique follows a routine of checking her body to make sure she has not suffered any fractures, as even the slightest impact can cause one of her bones to break. However, rather than surrendering to adversity, she chose to live a vibrant and active life. Monique's career is marked by an extraordinary series of achievements. She is not only a pioneering model represented by ZBD Talent and a prominent ambassador for Models of Diversity, with appearances in respected publications such as Grazia, but also an award-winning wheelchair dancer who has earned multiple national and international championship titles in the United Kingdom and Amsterdam. Her passion for performing has also brought her to television through supporting roles in BBC productions and Hollyoaks, as well as major advertising campaigns for Dove, Facebook, Refinery 29, and several other international brands. In 2021, she delivered an impressive performance at the celebration honoring Great Britain's Paralympic team, further proving that artistic talent knows no boundaries. Beyond her work as a performer, Monique is also a dedicated social advocate. She currently serves as one of the 5 directors of Triple C, an organization focused on improving accessibility and inclusion for disabled people within the arts. Monique remains deeply committed to changing society's perceptions of disability, while actively educating and supporting communities to promote more authentic and meaningful representation across the media. Her greatest goal is to help build a future where a person's talent is recognized first, regardless of physical ability. Through her collaboration with Stopgap and her determination to continue expanding her experience as a performer, Monique Dior Jarrett remains a powerful example of how courage and resilience can help people overcome barriers, live fully, and make a meaningful contribution to the world. What do you admire most about Monique Dior Jarrett's journey? Share your thoughts in the comments, like the video, and subscribe to the channel to continue discovering more extraordinary individuals. Bridger Walker, a young boy from Wyoming, United States, became a global symbol of courage and unconditional love. In July 2020, when he was only 6 years old, Bridger experienced a life-changing moment when he instinctively stepped in to protect his little sister from a dog attack. During that brave and selfless act, he suffered serious injuries to his face. Although he had to undergo emergency surgery and receive dozens of stitches, Bridger never expressed any regret about his decision. The story of Bridger's extraordinary act quickly spread around the world, earning widespread attention and admiration. He received encouragement and praise from numerous famous movie stars, especially the actors who portrayed the superheroes he admired. Their support offered more than emotional reassurance. It also showed how deeply the kindness and courage of one child could inspire others. Despite the scars on his face, Bridger has continued to maintain a positive outlook, demonstrating an inner strength and maturity far beyond his years. Bridger's recovery journey has been shaped by his own determination, the devoted support of his family, and the compassion of people around the world. His family has worked hard to keep his life as normal as possible, allowing him to continue playing, growing, and healing in a safe and understanding environment. Bridger has become living proof that heroes are not only fictional characters on a screen, but also ordinary people who perform extraordinary acts through pure and selfless love. Today, Bridger Walker continues to grow and mature with the support and care of those who deeply admire him. His journey extends far beyond the events of 2020, offering a lasting lesson about selflessness, protection, and the willingness to put a loved one's safety before one's own. Bridger remains a powerful symbol of compassion, reminding us that even in the most difficult moments, the light of kindness can still shine brightly and bring people closer together. Trip Hughes Halstead, affectionately known as Tripadoo, became a powerful symbol of extraordinary resilience and inspired millions of people around the world. Before the life-changing incident, Trip was a healthy and energetic 2-year-old boy. However, a rare accident at his daycare on October 29, 2012, changed the course of his life forever. A tree branch suddenly fell and struck him, causing severe injuries to the frontal and parietal lobes of his brain. The trauma left him in a coma for several weeks and resulted in long-term challenges affecting both his mobility and cognitive abilities. Trip spent more than 10 months receiving continuous hospital treatment before his family was finally able to bring him home and care for him there. The accident left Trip unable to hold up his own head, with stiffness in his arms and legs, loss of speech, and the ability to communicate only through small sounds. Every aspect of his daily life, including eating and receiving nutrition, depended entirely on feeding tubes and medical assistance. Faced with these overwhelming challenges, his devoted mother, Stacy Halstead, chose to leave her career so she could care for her son around the clock. His father, Bill Halstead, stood beside her and worked tirelessly to give Trip the best life possible. Together, they created the Facebook page Trip Halstead Updates to document every detail of their son's courageous journey. The social media page quickly attracted more than 1.3 million followers, becoming a nationwide source of love, encouragement, and optimism. Despite undergoing numerous advanced treatments, Trip's recovery continued to face unpredictable challenges. After nearly 6 years of courageously battling adversity, the journey of the little warrior came to an end on March 15, 2018 at the hospital, surrounded by the loving arms of his parents, shortly after he turned 7 years old. Although Trip Halstead's life was brief, it carried extraordinary meaning, and his family's unconditional love remains part of a deeply moving story that continues to provide strength and inspiration to people throughout the community. Nicole Herbig, known on Instagram as the Blemish Queen, is a powerful advocate for self-confidence and self-acceptance. Like many teenagers, she initially experienced only a few small blemishes, but by the time she reached her 20s, her skin condition had become far more severe and painful. Instead of hiding or allowing insecurity to control her life, Nicole chose to use social media to share honest, unfiltered photos of her face and deliver an important message. Acne does not define who you are. She turned her social media page into a record of her skin treatment journey with isotretinoin, commonly known as Accutane, a course that often lasts around 6 months. Through her posts, Nicole wanted her followers to understand that experiencing skin problems is a completely normal part of life. While many people choose to end their online journey once their skin improves, Nicole, who hopes to become a psychologist, has continued supporting the community. She does not want to forget that difficult period and remains committed to challenging appearance-based stigma, helping others develop a more positive and accepting view of natural beauty. What do you think about Nicole's journey of overcoming her insecurities about her appearance? Share your thoughts in the comments, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel to help spread the message of embracing and loving natural beauty. Junior Bevilacqua is a Brazilian model and beauty content creator widely known by the nickname Brazilian Ken Doll. According to Junior, he has spent approximately $80,000 on a range of cosmetic procedures and surgeries, including rhinoplasty, jaw reconstruction, liposuction, Botox, and dermal fillers. For him, transforming his appearance is not only about maintaining a youthful look, but also about expressing his individuality, creating a distinctive personal image, and taking control of how he chooses to present himself to the public. Throughout his childhood and teenage years, this severe medical condition not only made daily life extremely difficult, but also created major barriers, depriving him of the opportunity to attend school and work like others. However, deep within that hardship lay an unbreakable will to survive and an unwavering desire to be accepted and integrated into society. A true miracle arrived in January 2012, when the 19-year-old entered the operating room at Akdeniz University Hospital to undergo Turkey's first-ever full-face transplant surgery. Helena Lang, a little girl from Sydney known as the real-life Thumbelina, has become a symbol of a true miracle through her remarkable determination to live and the boundless love of her family. Her difficult journey began while she was still in her mother's womb. At 12 weeks of pregnancy, her 23-year-old mother, Jamie Jenkins, noticed unusual signs during an ultrasound. By the 34th week, doctors delivered devastating news the baby appeared to have no lung tissue, and they advised the family to consider ending the pregnancy. However, Jamie and her husband, Jacob Lang, were determined to continue the pregnancy and give their daughter a chance at life. What made the situation even more surprising was that both Jaime and Jacob were nearly 5 feet 11 inches tall and had no idea they both carried the rare gene until Jaime became pregnant. When Helena was 6 weeks old, she was diagnosed with diastrophic dysplasia, one of the rarest forms of dwarfism. The condition directly affects the development of bones and cartilage, resulting in short stature, shortened arms and legs, and limited breathing capacity due to a small chest cavity. Helena's fight for survival was filled with terrifying challenges, including 3 life-threatening episodes that she was not expected to survive. She spent several consecutive months in the hospital under strict medical supervision. During that time, Jaime and Jacob worked hard to learn complex medical care skills from specialists, so the nurses would feel confident allowing them to take their daughter home. To improve Helena's health, her parents were faced with 2 major treatment options: heart surgery or spinal surgery. For a family relying on a single income, the $10,000 cost of traveling for treatment placed a heavy financial burden on them, forcing them to seek support and assistance from the community. Defying medical expectations and surviving several life-threatening crises, the resilient, real-life Thumbelina officially celebrated her first birthday, bringing overwhelming joy to her parents and creating an inspiring story about the precious value of life. Were you moved by Thumbelina's miraculous journey? Leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe to help spread this inspiring story of hope. Colin White, better known by his stage name NUBS, is a rapper from Phoenix, Arizona. He was born with acheiropodia, a rare genetic disorder that prevents the ends of the arms and legs from fully developing. His physical differences have created many challenges throughout his life, but Colin has never allowed them to limit his creativity. He chose music as a way to express his thoughts, turning personal experiences into powerful rhythms and gradually building a voice of his own. Throughout his journey in hip-hop, Colin became a member of Odd Squad family, a music group that draws on real-life experiences to create powerful and meaningful stories. For him, rap is not only a form of performance art, but also a way to connect with people who have ever felt overlooked or excluded by society. Each song creates a space where differences are no longer seen as barriers, but instead become a source of strength, confidence, and creativity. Colin also uses his music to inspire his children and motivate the community around him. The stage name NUBS stands for Normally Underestimated by Sight, clearly reflecting the message Colin wants to share: a person's appearance can never fully represent their abilities or worth. Rather than allowing the way others see him to define who he is, he turns being underestimated into motivation to keep creating music and moving forward. Colin's story reminds listeners that strength does not always appear in familiar forms. Sometimes, it can be heard in a rap verse, seen in a determined choice, and found in the belief that everyone deserves to be recognized for what they are truly capable of. Grace Isabella Wharton, from Cheshire, England, was born with Down syndrome, but quickly demonstrated remarkable confidence and a natural presence in front of the camera. After signing with a talent agency, she went on to work with Disney and CBeebies and appeared in the Behind the Scars campaign, which celebrates diversity. Each of Grace's appearances represents not only another step forward in her journey as a child model, but also an opportunity to broaden the public's perception of beauty, talent, and the opportunities available to children born with physical or developmental differences. With the unwavering support of her parents, Cheryl and John Wharton, Grace confidently steps onto the runway and embraces new experiences with positive energy. Her family refuses to let a diagnosis define or limit her future, choosing instead to nurture her abilities, happiness, and right to express herself. Grace's story reminds us that every child deserves to be recognized for their potential, rather than viewed only through the lens of a medical condition. True inclusion begins when differences are respected and opportunities are provided fairly to everyone. The life journey of Devin McClain, a resilient young man from Montana, USA, is a deeply inspiring story of determination and the extraordinary strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity. From birth, Devin has lived with arthrogryposis multiplex congenita, AMC, a rare congenital condition that causes joint contractures and muscle stiffness, leaving him with very limited use of his arms. For many, this might seem like an insurmountable obstacle. But for Devin, and with the unwavering support of his devoted mother, physical limitations were never the end of the road. From a very young age, he developed an incredible skill using his feet with remarkable dexterity, as a full substitute for his hands. With strong core strength and agile feet, Devin is able to perform daily activities independently, from writing and drawing to eating, cooking, and even cracking eggs with impressive precision. Refusing to let his circumstances define him, Devin amazed those around him when he chose to join the wrestling team at Stevensville High School. Through courage, relentless training, and smart strategies built around the strength of his legs, he not only competed confidently on the mat, but also became a powerful source of inspiration for both teammates and opponents. Beyond wrestling, Devin has also developed a passion for activities that require focus and precision, such as archery and indoor rock climbing. At the same time, he nurtures a strong dream of becoming a talented architect in the future. Alongside his family, he actively participates in community initiatives, advocating for the rights of people in similar situations and spreading optimism and a love for life. A devastating fire that broke out just before her second birthday pushed Marina Bogdanova into a brutal life-or-death battle, leaving her with deep burns over 65% of her body and 2 long months in a state of unconsciousness. While doctors once gave hopeless predictions about her chances of surviving even the night, Marina created a medical miracle through an extraordinary will to live, rising from the ashes with incredible resilience. This tragic event was not just an accident, but the dramatic opening chapter of a miraculous journey of recovery, one that stands as a powerful testament to the hidden strength of the human spirit in the face of the harshest adversity. Now Marina chooses not to hide her past, but instead confidently transforms her scars into medals of honor, proudly sharing them on social media as a statement of self-acceptance and self-worth. For her, every mark on her skin tells a story of survival, growth, and identity, challenging narrow standards of conventional beauty. Her journey from a fire victim to a powerful symbol of inspiration has ignited hope in millions, delivering a strong message: never let your pain define who you are. Let the way you rise from it define your true value. Olivia Chicon, a brave young girl from California, USA, is a remarkable symbol of resilience and the will to thrive. Before she was even born, she was diagnosed with a rare congenital lymphatic condition that caused a large swelling on the right side of her face and neck. Despite receiving extremely pessimistic medical predictions about her chances of survival, Olivia defied the odds and proved them wrong, proudly becoming a true miracle child. Surrounded by the devoted care and unconditional love of her parents, she continues to grow, happily exploring the world with a radiant smile and an astonishingly positive spirit. Olivia's courageous journey not only brings immense pride to her family, but also delivers a powerful humanitarian message, proving that strong willpower and the unbreakable strength of love can help a person overcome even the most difficult challenges. The journey of Ugur Akar, a resilient young man from Turkey, stepping out of the darkness, is a beautiful epic of rebirth and the extraordinary miracles of modern medicine. At just 40 days old, a tragic fire accident at his home in Antalya severely affected the entire appearance of baby Ugur, leaving him with extremely serious injuries. Throughout his childhood and teenage years, this severe medical condition not only made daily life extremely difficult, but also created major barriers, depriving him of the opportunity to attend school and work like others. However, deep within that hardship lay an unbreakable will to survive and an unwavering desire to be accepted and integrated into society. A true miracle arrived in January 2012, when the 19-year-old entered the operating room at Akdeniz University Hospital to undergo Turkey's first-ever full-face transplant surgery. Under the skilled hands of Professor Ömer Özkan and a dedicated team of medical professionals, the complex surgery was carried out successfully, giving Ugur an entirely new face. The day he saw his reflection in the mirror, he was overwhelmed with emotion and described his life as stepping out of complete darkness into radiant light. From that historic moment onward, his life began a completely new and brighter chapter. Not only did Ugur regain his confidence and reintegrate into society with pride, But he also worked hard to complete his interrupted education, secured a stable job, and continued to nurture ambitious dreams for his future. Achar's remarkable story of rebirth not only marks a golden milestone in the field of medicine, but also stands as a guiding light of hope, an endless source of inspiration about resilience, the power of hope, and the profound human value of compassion and love shared across the world. When speaking of the brightest shining stars in the arts and social activism in the United Kingdom, it is impossible not to mention Liz Carr, a woman who carries an endless source of energy and an unbreakable will that rises above all limitations. Born in 1972, Liz was diagnosed with a congenital condition affecting her joints and muscles, which led her to use a wheelchair from the age of 7. However, instead of letting mobility barriers define her life, she turned her difference into a powerful foundation to rise above challenges and transform them into motivation for self-affirmation. With her natural talent and remarkable charm, Liz Carr confidently entered the entertainment industry, beginning her career in the world of stand-up comedy. Through her humor, sharp intelligence, and radiant confidence, she quickly broke down stereotypes, proving that true artistic talent is never limited by appearance or physical condition. The peak of her acting career was marked by her role as forensic expert Clarissa Mullery in the hit television series Silent Witness, a long-running character that left a lasting impression on millions of viewers worldwide, alongside other major international projects. Beyond the bright spotlight of the entertainment industry, Liz Carr is also widely recognized as a deeply committed and courageous social activist. She has devoted her heart and energy to continuously advocating for equality, raising a powerful voice to protect the rights and dignity of people with disabilities. Through impactful media campaigns, she consistently emphasizes that every individual, regardless of their physical form or circumstances, deserves respect, equal opportunities, and the right to live a full and meaningful life. Liz Carr's extraordinary journey is a powerful testament to optimism, determination, and courage, shining as a guiding light that inspires and empowers millions of people around the world to overcome their own limitations. The extraordinary journeys of these courageous warriors have come to an end, but the flame of determination and hope they ignited will continue to resonate in our minds for a long time. They are living proof that no matter how harshly life challenges you, an unbreakable spirit can help you take control of your destiny and write a remarkable story of your own. Thank you for joining us in today's video. Share your thoughts in the comments below, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel so you can continue discovering more life-changing stories in the future. Have you ever wondered what gives humans extraordinary strength when faced with seemingly insurmountable challenges? From children born with conjoined bodies, to teenagers whose survival depends on staying awake, to individuals battling physical pain and impairments. These journeys are not just rare medical cases, but beautiful testaments to an unbreakable will to live. The world is full of real-life miracles, where ordinary people push past every limit, transforming what seems impossible into a radiant proof of the human desire to exist and the boundless power of love. Join us as we explore 15 of the most shocking stories of resilience, where world records are set by extraordinary bodies and seemingly tragic fates are overturned through sheer determination. Can passion and family support ignite hope for anyone facing the toughest challenges? Don't miss these moving and inspiring moments. If you want to continue following our journey to uncover incredible stories of perseverance, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a meaningful video. 8-year-old Amiel and her 3-year-old sister Taya from Sydney, Australia, are growing up on an extraordinary childhood journey as both live with xeroderma pigmentosum, a rare medical condition that makes their skin extremely sensitive and highly vulnerable to severe damage from sunlight. The first warning signs appeared when Amiel was just 3.5 months old, but she was not accurately diagnosed until the age of 7. Later, DNA testing confirmed that her younger sister Taya also carried the same condition. From that moment on, their family's daily life changed completely, requiring extremely strict protective measures to keep the girls safe. Whenever they leave the house, their parents, Nick and Yvette, must carefully apply thick layers of sunscreen and equip the girls with gloves and fully protective eyewear to shield them from ultraviolet exposure. Although they cannot play freely under the daytime sun and can only enjoy walks along the beach at night for safety, the two sisters have never lost their joyful innocence. Their family is currently reaching out for community support through GoFundMe in hopes of building a covered play area in their backyard, giving Amiel and Taya a safe space where they can freely experience the joy of outdoor play like other children. Lenny West is an incredibly brave young girl who was born with the rare condition known as Crouzon syndrome. From a very young age, she has shown remarkable strength while undergoing multiple reconstructive surgeries involving her skull and facial structure. Although she is expected to face additional procedures before officially starting school in the coming years, Lenny continues to shine with an uplifting and resilient spirit. Her story beautifully reflects the extraordinary strength of a child's heart, while also serving as a touching testament to the boundless love of her family, inspiring hope and positivity in everyone who hears her journey. Linnea Latanzio is an extraordinary woman in the animal welfare community who devoted her life and personal fortune to building Cat House on the Kings, the largest no-kill cat sanctuary in California. Her remarkable journey began in the early 1990s when she decided to take in her first homeless cats. As she witnessed the growing number of abandoned animals, she did not hesitate to educate herself in animal care and use her own personal resources to keep the rescue mission alive. The peak of this extraordinary dedication came when she made the life-changing decision to move out of her own spacious 4,200 square foot 5-bedroom home, giving up that comfortable living space to more than 1,000 cats while relocating to a small mobile home on her 6-acre property. What began as a personal act of compassion grew into a thriving sanctuary that has rescued tens of thousands of cats, along with many other animals in need. Together with a devoted team of volunteers, Linnea continues to care for around 800 adult cats and 300 kittens. Their days begin as early as 4 a.m., feeding the animals at the sanctuary and providing compassionate medical care to those facing serious health conditions. Linnea's extraordinary devotion has provided not only safe shelter, food, and comprehensive medical care for countless vulnerable animals, but has also become a profound source of inspiration for the global animal welfare movement. Her tireless efforts have spread a powerful message about unconditional love, immense sacrifice, and humanity's responsibility toward the natural world. Linnea Latanzio's story is a living testament to the fact that one compassionate individual can create extraordinary positive change, transforming love into meaningful action and giving a safe home to tens of thousands of fragile lives. Does Linnea Latanzio's story inspire you? Hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel to help spread love and support for animal protection. One of the most chilling legends in medical history is the story of Edward Mordrake, a 19th-century English nobleman who was said to have been born with an extraordinarily rare deformity, a second face on the back of his head. According to the legend, this additional face had eyes and a mouth that could move, though it could neither speak nor eat, existing like a so-called parasitic twin. Stories published in the Boston Sunday Post in 1895 claimed that the second face would smirk and whisper to Edward at night, driving him into deep despair. Although he was said to be intelligent and musically gifted, Edward reportedly begged doctors to remove the strange second face, yet no surgeon was willing to attempt such a procedure. Tragically, the legend claims that he died at the age of 23, leaving behind a note blaming the torment caused by the second face. While modern historians generally believe the story contains far more myth than verified fact, the haunting tale of Edward Mordrake continues to endure as one of medicine's strangest legends, illustrating how history can sometimes blur the line between reality and imagination. The story of twins Callie and Carter Torres is a true miracle of resilience and unconditional love. Born amid overwhelming uncertainty, after medical specialists reportedly believed they might survive only about 24 hours, Callie and Carter courageously defied those expectations and continued to grow stronger together. Now living with their family in Blackfoot, Idaho, the girls share an extraordinarily rare medical condition. They were identified as omphaloischiophagus conjoined twins, an exceptionally uncommon form that accounts for less than 5% of all conjoined twin cases worldwide. Physically, Callie and Carter are joined at the pelvis, sharing organs from the navel downward, with each girl having one leg. Given that survival rates for similar cases at birth are often estimated between 40 and 60%, their continued presence and steady development have been seen as truly extraordinary. Rather than being defined by adversity, the twins have shown remarkable resilience, becoming a source of inspiration for everyone around them. As their second birthday approached around the new year, their health continued to show encouraging and positive progress. This extraordinary progress has brought immense joy to their parents. Chelsea and Nick Torres, who have stood by their daughters every step of the way, caring for them with unwavering love and devotion. Callie and Carter's journey has not only challenged some of the most difficult medical expectations, but has also shared a profoundly powerful message about the will to live, the strength of optimism, and the extraordinary power of family love, becoming an endless source of inspiration for resilience in the face of life's greatest challenges. Brooklyn Sittner, affectionately known in the sports community as Queen Brooklyn, is an exceptionally talented young weightlifter and CrossFit athlete from Montana, United States, who has amazed people around the world with her extraordinary physical strength and unwavering dedication to training from a very young age. Her impressive athletic journey began with basic gymnastics, but her true passion ignited when she was introduced to the world of CrossFit under the guidance of her father at around 5 or 6 years old. While many children her age spent their time with typical childhood games, Brooklyn discovered a unique sense of joy and passion in physical training, pull-up bars, and lifting weights. With the steady support, careful guidance, and structured coaching from her father, she gradually transitioned towards seriously pursuing Olympic weightlifting, a highly demanding sport that requires an exceptional combination of explosive strength, refined technique, and intense mental focus. Brooklyn's childhood was defined by long hours of dedicated training in the gym each day, where she developed extraordinary discipline and a fearless determination to keep pushing past increasingly heavier weights. That relentless commitment produced truly remarkable results, as the young athlete became capable of confidently lifting up to 45 kilograms, an amount comparable to the body weight of a growing teenager, and even beyond what many adults twice her age could manage. Beyond her daily training, Brooklyn also proved her competitive strength by setting 3 impressive state records at the Montana State Weightlifting Championships. At that event, the young athlete achieved a combined total lift of 74 kilograms, firmly establishing herself as one of the most promising rising talents in the sport. These accomplishments are not only a clear reflection of her relentless dedication and hard work, but also a strong stepping stone toward her goal of competing at, and potentially excelling in, future national youth championships. Today, Brooklyn Sittner is not only a rising star in the world of strength sports, but also a powerful source of inspiration for millions of young people around the globe. Her journey is a clear reminder that age is just a number, and that with enough passion, discipline, and strong family support, anyone can achieve extraordinary milestones and create a life story filled with pride, determination, and remarkable success. Do you believe that passion, discipline, and family support can help anyone achieve greatness? Like, subscribe and turn on notifications. Then share your thoughts in the comments below. Fulvia Pellegrino, a 56-year-old transgender woman from Pavarano, Italy, drew significant international media attention through her deeply personal and determined journey of self-expression and transformation. Raised in a traditional and strict family environment, Fulvia spent much of her early life navigating profound internal struggles while trying to live authentically. Her physical transformation began decades ago, when she made the courageous decision to openly pursue the life she felt truly reflected her identity, reportedly investing around $76,000 in cosmetic procedures as part of that journey. Her transformation journey has been extensive, reportedly involving numerous cosmetic procedures, including repeated facial filler treatments, multiple breast augmentation surgeries, liposuction procedures, and additional body contouring treatments in pursuit of her personal vision of self-expression. Despite the physical challenges that often come with such a demanding process, she remained determined to continue shaping the appearance she felt aligned with her identity. One of the most remarkable aspects of her story is the unwavering support of her wife, Marissa, who stood by her throughout this deeply personal journey. Despite the dramatic physical changes that transformed the outward dynamic of their relationship, Marissa continued to offer Fulvia unwavering understanding and full support for her decisions. Their enduring bond went far beyond conventional expectations, reflecting the profound strength of love, acceptance, and deep respect for personal identity and individual freedom. Fulvia Pellegrino's story is not simply about pursuing a desired appearance. It is a powerful testament to the courage required to overcome social barriers, embrace one's authentic self, and honor a uniquely meaningful family bond built on compassion and loyalty. Liam Derbyshire, a resilient teenager from Gosport, South Hampshire, is a living testament to extraordinary perseverance in the face of extreme medical challenges. From birth, Liam was diagnosed with congenital central hypoventilation syndrome, also known as Ondine's curse, a rare condition affecting fewer than 1,500 people worldwide. This disorder causes his respiratory system to stop functioning whenever he falls asleep, forcing him to rely entirely on life support machinery and the constant vigilance of caregivers each night to maintain his breathing. At birth, medical experts gave a grim prognosis, suggesting that Liam might survive only 6 weeks. Yet, through extraordinary determination and the boundless, devoted care of his family, Liam achieved what seemed impossible. Overcoming every obstacle, he fought resiliently day by day to reach the proud milestone of his 18th birthday. Liam's journey is not only a triumph over personal adversity, but also a shining symbol of faith, the will to live, and family love, inspiring countless people with a spirit that refuses to surrender to fate. This life-changing transformation not only brought Jamie Clayton a sense of inner peace and harmony, but also opened the door to a vibrant new chapter in her artistic career. With her striking appearance and confident presence, Jamie quickly caught the attention of filmmakers and began transitioning into acting. Her biggest career breakthrough came in 2015 when she was cast as Nomi Marks in the acclaimed science fiction series Sense8, created by Lana. Her decision to pursue a body shape that stands far outside conventional beauty standards turned Bobbi Jo into a unique online phenomenon, helping her build a large, global following of supporters who closely followed her journey through the personal content she shared. Through her distinctive public presence and strong sense of determination, Bobbi developed a successful online business that provided substantial financial independence, allowing her to support both herself and her family. Despite facing criticism regarding body weight management, she has remained steadfast in her lifestyle and her goal of achieving record-breaking hips. To maintain and further develop her body size toward that target, she follows a highly specialized lifestyle and nutrition regimen. Even though medical experts have offered numerous warnings about the significant physical challenges and health risks of carrying such extraordinary weight, Bobbi Jo has remained resolute, driven by her unwavering determination to reach the record she has long dreamed of. Bobbi Jo Wesley's story offers a multifaceted perspective on confidence, the desire to assert one's individuality, and the boundaries of lifestyle choice. Her relentless pursuit, despite the considerable health challenges it entails, continues to captivate attention and stands as a powerful testament to the strength of determination when an individual sets a personal goal as the ultimate ambition in life. Does Bobbi Jo's story inspire you? Leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more extraordinary journeys. Shamika Charles is a talented performer of Trinidad and Tobago heritage who has amazed the world with her extraordinary flexibility, earning her the title of Queen of Limbo Dance. Inheriting her passion from her family, particularly her mother, a former professional performer, Shamika showed early talent and a fierce determination to pursue this demanding art form, which requires exceptional physical skill and perseverance. After moving to the United States, she transformed her relentless daily training into unprecedented achievements, continually pushing the limits of human flexibility and performance. Shamika earned her place in the Guinness World Records in 2010 with astonishing performances, including bending her body to pass under a parked car with a clearance of just 8.5 inches, the exact height of a standard beer bottle, and flawlessly balancing on a bar set at a record low height. Achieving such extraordinary flexibility and muscular strength requires a highly disciplined training regimen, combined with careful medical supervision to protect her spine, demonstrating both her ironclad discipline and total dedication to her passion. Shamika's journey is more than a story of remarkable records. It is a living testament to the power of will, ambition, and deep pride in her cultural heritage. She proudly carries this traditional dance form onto stages around the world, shining on major television programs and inspiring millions of viewers with her courage to pursue her dreams, her determination to overcome obstacles, and her ability to push past limits that once seemed impossible. Cancer took Tina's nose, but it could never defeat her fighting spirit. When diagnosed, the 43-year-old woman from Texas faced the difficult decision to undergo surgery to remove her entire nose. In the early period following the major procedure, the dramatic change in her appearance caused deep emotional struggles, forcing her to rely on a prosthetic nose to conceal the loss. A solution that, while necessary, often brought discomfort and a constant reminder of the challenge she faced. Around 1996, Candace Cain made the courageous decision to begin her gender transition and fully embrace her identity as a woman, a choice that required extraordinary bravery during a time when society held far harsher prejudices and misunderstandings. Despite facing countless personal and professional challenges, Candace never gave up on her artistic dreams. Her persistence was finally rewarded in 2007 when she landed the role of Carmelita Rayner in the hit ABC television. This achievement helped Candace Cain make television history by becoming the first transgender actress to play a recurring role in a primetime American television series. This groundbreaking success not only highlighted her impressive acting talent, but also created a major breakthrough for representation in the entertainment industry, helping to break down invisible barriers. After that groundbreaking milestone, Candace Cain continued dedicating herself passionately to the arts, taking part in many respected television and film projects. Beyond her admired acting career, Candace also became a passionate social activist, consistently using her platform to advocate for equal rights, raise public awareness, and inspire people who long to express their true selves freely. Her life and career stand as a powerful testament to the strength of perseverance, genuine talent, and the determination to rise and shine without fear. Alexis Arquette, born in 1969 into one of America's most well-known artistic families, was the sibling of famous actors Rosanna Arquette, Patricia Arquette, and David Arquette. From a very young age, Alexis displayed a natural talent and deep passion for acting, quickly becoming involved in artistic projects and building a diverse career across film, television, and stage performance. With a unique style, bold personality, and remarkable versatility, Alexis left a lasting impression through memorable roles in classic productions. Despite achieving considerable success and being loved by audiences in her original public image, Alexis Arquette quietly struggled with a deep internal conflict as she searched for her true identity. In adulthood, during the mid-2000s, Alexis made a courageous, life-changing decision to publicly embrace her gender transition and fully live as the woman she truly was. That relentless commitment produced truly remarkable results.
Classic productions such
as the young athlete became capable of confidently lifting up to 45 kilograms, an amount comparable to the body weight of a growing teenager, and even beyond what many adults twice her age could manage. Beyond her daily training, Brooklyn also proved her competitive strength by setting 3 impressive. This challenging and emotional journey, filled with both hardship and happiness, was powerfully documented in the acclaimed 2007 documentary Alexis Arquette, She's My Brother. The film not only gave audiences a deeper understanding of the social pressures and obstacles faced by transgender individuals, but also celebrated the resilience, courage, and unbreakable spirit of Alexis Arquette. Youth Championships.
Impressive state record
Today, Brooklyn Sittner is not only a rising star in the world of strength sports, but also a powerful source of inspiration for millions of young people around the globe. Her journey is a clear reminder that age is just a number, and that with enough passion, discipline, and strong family support, anyone can achieve extraordinary milestones and create a life story filled with pride, determination, and remarkable success. After becoming a confident woman, Alexis Arquette not only continued dedicating herself passionately to the arts, but also became an active advocate who used her voice and influence to defend the rights of the transgender community, fight discrimination, and raise public awareness. Although she passed away in 2016 due to long-term health complications, Alexis remains remembered as a fearless pioneer, an immensely talented artist, and a powerful symbol of courage and authenticity. Her life stands as a moving testament to the pursuit of freedom, the strength to overcome adversity, and the determination to shine in a way that was entirely her own. And that wraps up our look at the remarkable transformations of these celebrities, each journey reflecting the courage and determination to embrace the person they truly want to be. Their present-day beauty is about more than appearance alone. It also shines through the confidence, resilience, and happiness they have found along the way. Which transformation surprised or impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for.
Despite the many physical and mobility challenges she faces, Penny Brown remains steadfast in her belief that her efforts and sacrifices are entirely worthwhile. Her journey is a striking example of personal agency in shaping one's own idea of beauty, where individuals make deliberate choices to realize the image they desire, regardless of conventional standards or societal expectations. Her story is not just about appearance, it also reflects a strong personal commitment to pursuing unique values and staying true to one's convictions. Born in Iran with Sturge-Weber syndrome, Elahe Haghani grew up with a prominent port wine stain covering her face. Initially appearing as a simple discoloration on one side, over time the soft tissue began to thicken and enlarge, significantly altering her appearance. Curious stares, hurtful comments, and insensitive remarks from others gradually chipped away at Elahe's confidence. At times, she felt as though the birthmark itself was preventing her from living the normal life she longed for. For many years, doctors refused to perform surgery on Elahe, citing the high risks and complexity of her condition. Everything changed when she met Dr. Hamid Adib, who decided to help her pursue a new opportunity. He brought Elahe to the United States to consult with Dr. Milton Weiner and a team of specialists experienced in treating similarly complex cases. This became the most significant turning point in her life, opening up a hope that Elahe had once thought would never exist. To date, Elahe has undergone 25 surgeries aimed at improving both her health and appearance. This journey has not only transformed her face, but also helped her regain confidence and self-belief. Rather than letting her differences defeat her, Elahe has turned her story into a source of inspiration for many who struggle with insecurities about their appearance. Her story proves that sometimes
What truly changes a person's life is not just the surgery itself, but the moment they finally feel worthy of being seen, loved, and living confidently like anyone else. An unexpected accident in early childhood can leave behind the harshest challenges, and Annika's story stands as a powerful testament to resilience and the will to survive. During a visit to her aunt's street food stall, a tragic incident occurred, leaving Annika with severe burns across her back, torso, and both arms. Reflecting on that painful time, her mother, Felicia, once shared through tears that she cried every morning upon seeing her daughter, haunted by the fear that her little angel might not survive. The recovery process that followed was incredibly difficult, demanding extraordinary patience and endurance from such a small body. Yet beyond the immense physical challenges, Annika fought bravely to reclaim her life with unshakable determination. Her journey through adversity is not only a reminder of the importance of caution, but also a tribute to the boundless love of family and the strength of the human spirit, igniting a powerful flame of hope as she courageously moves forward to write a brighter future for herself. After a serious drunk driving accident in 2009, Aaron Sotart lost his right arm and nearly didn't survive. For many, this could have marked the end of his previous passions. But Aaron refused to let the tragedy defeat him. Even having to restart life with just one arm, he remained determined to adapt and continue pursuing his love for video gaming. Today, Aaron has become an impressive gamer in Overwatch and Apex Legends, using his remaining arm to skillfully control the Xbox controller. His story inspires many, demonstrating that determination and perseverance can help people overcome the greatest life changes and continue doing what they love. The stories you've just witnessed are more than glimpses of difference. They are powerful proof of the limitless strength of the human spirit. We hope their journeys have offered you a fresh perspective, filled you with positive energy, and inspired deeper compassion for the world around you. If these stories truly touched your heart, don't hesitate to spread the love by hitting like and subscribing to support us in bringing more meaningful content. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next videos, filled with even more inspiring stories. As we all know, there is no shortage of people on Earth who can do extraordinary things and possess truly remarkable abilities. But among them, there are a few individuals so unique that not knowing about them would truly be a missed opportunity. They are not just different, they will challenge everything you think you know about the limits of the human body. These people will undoubtedly inspire you and may completely change the way you see human potential. So, let's explore 15 individuals you would hardly believe exist. And trust us, they will shock you. If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss more incredible stories. At only 14 months old, Oakley Lynch has become a powerful, inspiring icon by proving that any physical differences cannot stop joy and confidence. Born with symbrachydactyly, which caused his right arm to develop incompletely, Oakley once caused his parents to fall into a state of shock and extreme anxiety about the future ahead. However, this adorable boy has shattered all fears with a brilliant, optimistic spirit, turning a congenital flaw into a proud, distinct mark in the modern world. Currently, Oakley is a booming child fashion star on Instagram,
attracting more than 15,000 followers thanks to his stylish flair and captivating charisma in every frame. With the account named at My Oakley Dokley, the boy not only receives love and countless gifts every day, but also spreads a profound humanistic message about cherishing one's unique self. Oakley's journey is a vivid testament, showing that true confidence and style always come from within, urging us to bravely overcome prejudice to write our own brilliant life stories. The journey of Ugur Akar, a resilient young man from Turkey, stepping out of the darkness, is a beautiful epic of rebirth and the extraordinary miracles of modern medicine. At just 40 days old, a tragic fire accident at his home in Antalya severely affected the entire appearance of baby Ugur, leaving him with extremely serious injuries. Throughout his childhood and teenage years, this severe medical condition not only made daily life extremely difficult, but also created major barriers, depriving him of the opportunity to attend school and work like others. However, deep within that hardship lay an unbreakable will to survive and an unwavering desire to be accepted and integrated into society. A true miracle arrived in January 2012, when the 19-year-old entered the operating room at Akdeniz University Hospital to undergo Turkey's first-ever full-face transplant surgery. Under the skilled hands of Professor Ömer Özkan and a dedicated team of medical professionals, the complex surgery was carried out successfully, giving Ugur an entirely new face. The day he saw his reflection in the mirror, he was overwhelmed with emotion and described his life as stepping out of complete darkness into radiant light. From that historic moment onward, his life began a completely new and brighter chapter. Not only did Ugur regain his confidence and reintegrate into society with pride, but he also worked hard to complete his interrupted education, secured a stable job, and continued to nurture ambitious dreams for his future. Ugur Akar's remarkable story of rebirth not only marks a golden milestone in the field of medicine, but also stands as a guiding light of hope, an endless source of inspiration about resilience, the power of hope, and the profound human value of compassion and love shared across the world. In energetic outfits like jeans and white shirts, Abigail and Isabel appear like any other adorable 5-year-old twins. But in reality, these two girls are a rare miracle with a probability of only 1 in 1 million births. While the common rate of Down syndrome is 1 in 1,000, the fact that a pair of identical twins both carry this characteristic is an extremely rare medical phenomenon, turning their existence into an astonishing, unique mark. This is not just a dry statistic, but an affirmation of the wonder of creation, where the most different things create the most radiant and charismatic beauties in the world. For parents Jody and Matt Perry, Abigail and Isabel are priceless prides and the most perfect pieces in their lives. Instead of viewing Down syndrome as a barrier, they cherish every personality trait and smile of their children, asserting that they would not change anything even if they had the chance to turn back time for the babies to be born normal. The Perry family's story conveys a profound humanistic message about unconditional love and self-acceptance, reminding us that the true value of a human being lies not in genetic codes, but in the shining soul itself and the ability to spread happiness to everyone around. Jazz Sullivan, a 23-year-old single mother, has stunned the online community by spending over £20,000 to build a life of luxury for her 22-month-old daughter, Minnie Bo. Instead of ordinary toys, the toddler's wardrobe is filled with 15,000 pounds worth of designer brands, ranging from traditional Spanish dresses to fur coats and expensive solid gold jewelry sets. Jazz asserts that pampering her daughter is her way of compensating and expressing love, turning each day of her little angel into a luxury fashion runway where elegance is defined by staggering investment figures from infancy. Minnie Beau's name has also reached far into the world of child pageants, thanks to her signature pouting charisma and elaborate preparation with hair extensions and professional makeup for every appearance. The little girl confidently struts in magnificent corset dresses or bold, ruffled bikinis, turning every competition into a personal playground to assert her status and uniqueness compared to peers of the same age. Despite facing much debate over early direction for young children, the Sullivan mother and daughter's brilliant journey remains a captivating story of steadfastness in upbringing and the desire to conquer the brightest glory for one's child. Gaurav Garam is a boy from Nepal who is known internationally for a rare medical journey. He was born with a third arm growing from his back due to a congenital spinal defect. From an early age, this unusual condition made his childhood extremely challenging. Initially, his family was hesitant to seek medical intervention because of traditional beliefs and cultural barriers in their local community. However, as he grew older, the extra limb also developed, not only severely interfering with his daily activities and play, but also causing him constant pain and sleepless nights. With deep love and determination, Gaurav's parents decided to set aside all prejudices and travel a long distance to Kathmandu for medical consultation. There, specialists assessed that surgical removal would be highly complex and carry significant risks to the spinal nervous system. Nevertheless, the family's courageous journey continued to shine as a true testament to unconditional love and extraordinary perseverance in the face of adversity. Through hardship and challenges, Gaurav Garam's story has delivered a powerful message of resilience and unbreakable hope, illuminating the possibility of a healthier, peaceful future where he can live freely and fully like any other child his age. Do you believe modern medicine can create miracles for beings born with extraordinary conditions? This is the shocking medical case from 2006 involving Gigi, a boy from Anhui, China, who was born with an extremely rare condition: 3 arms. Unlike typical congenital deformities, both of his left arms were almost fully developed in structure. This created a major challenge for medical experts in determining which limb had better functionality and should be preserved. Overcoming an extremely difficult challenge with a complex and tangled network of blood vessels and the boy's fragile condition due to having only 1 kidney, the Shanghai medical team resolutely carried out a historic 3-hour surgery. With great precision, they carefully dissected the nerves and successfully removed the extra arm. This remarkable miracle fully resolved a rare mystery of nature, giving Jie a precious opportunity to undergo physical therapy, regain hand movement, and confidently step into a bright and complete future. What do you think about this medical miracle that changed Jie's life? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you won't miss more amazing medical stories like this. At only 5 months old and not yet able to stand firmly on her own feet, Freya Fosacheko has created a media sensation by becoming the most stylish baby fashion icon in the UK. Starting her journey in front of the lens at just 10 weeks old under the talented styling of her young mother, Kirsty Whelan,
The little girl transforms every outfit, from high-end designs to casual wear, into a captivating work of art. The perfect combination of innocent charisma and sophisticated aesthetic sense has helped Freya gain thousands of followers, proving that personal appeal and creativity are never limited by age. The powerful influence of this young muse has led top designers to constantly seek her out as the face of their latest collections. Beyond just sparkling photos on social media, Freya's journey has become a spreading inspiration for enjoying life and celebrating unique beauty from the very first years of life. She has proven that when a passion for art is nurtured by love, every daily moment can become a brilliant runway, where difference and personal style always shine most radiantly. Kayla Yakov is shaking the motorcycling world by defeating experienced opponents at speeds of 130 miles per hour at only 10 years old. A burning passion since the age of 5 drove her onto the professional track just months after convincing her father to let her take the handlebars for the first time. Currently, she is not only a child phenomenon, but also a symbol of courage, breaking all prejudices about age and limits to reach dramatic heights of speed. With a series of prestigious titles in hand, Kayla is steadily stepping on the path to becoming a true professional racer and asserting her position on the international stage. Her story is steel-clad proof that success never waits for age if we dare to pursue passion to the end with discipline and iron will. Note: high-speed racing is a dangerous activity, only to be performed by professionally trained individuals under strict supervision and with full protective gear at standard racetracks. Ryusei Imai, an 8-year-old martial arts prodigy from Japan, is making the whole world tip its hat as he perfectly recreates Bruce Lee's legendary fighting techniques with lightning speed. Completely different from his peers, the boy has trained rigorously since the age of 4 to master extremely difficult skills such as one-handed push-ups, walking on his knuckles, and acrobatics with absolute precision. Ryusei is not merely imitating a screen idol. He has transformed an intense passion into a journey of forging a steel will, possessing the incredible strength and agility of a true martial arts master from a very young age. To reach the level of a legend, Ryusei has had to overcome countless failures and the harshness of a special training regimen aimed at controlling every breath and smallest movement. Although he once faced difficulties in aligning his timing as precisely as the original, his persistent spirit of never giving up has helped him progress further and reach a classic level of mastery. Ryusei's story is a steel-firm affirmation of the power of discipline and determination, reminding us that there are no limits for those who dare to pursue their passion with all their heart and relentless effort every day. Charles Sogley is not chasing fame. He is simply trying to live a normal life in an extraordinary body. Standing over 2 meters tall, he is the tallest man in the Volta region of Ghana. But this height comes with countless physical challenges. Oversized feet force him to walk barefoot, a condition that is not only uncomfortable, but also dangerous. His story is a profound reminder that the basics most people take for granted, such as a properly fitting pair of shoes or access to adequate medical care, are a lifelong struggle for those with different biological structures. Santiago Mendoza and Isabella Caicedo, 2 10-month-old babies in Colombia, are becoming the focus of an urgent medical rescue campaign as they carry a combined shocking weight of up to 41 kilograms.
Faced with an insatiable appetite that directly threatens their lives, the Gorditos de Corazon organization has collaborated with leading experts to establish a strict recovery roadmap to bring them back to a normal weight. This journey is not only an extraordinary medical effort, but also a testament to the power of empathy and timely action, affirming that every young sprout deserves a healthy future when receiving the right support from the community. Hirotara Ototake is one of the most powerful inspirational figures in Japan and around the world, known through his famous autobiography, No One's Perfect. Born with tetra amelia syndrome, a condition that left him without arms or legs, Ototake began his life in what many would consider an extremely unfortunate circumstance. However, the loving and respectful upbringing provided by his family and school helped him develop a different mindset. He did not view his body as a defect, but rather as a unique, personal characteristic. Instead of being overprotected, he was encouraged to participate in all activities like any other child, from academics to physical activities, which helped him develop independence from an early age. Ototake's journey of self-affirmation reached a major milestone when he was accepted into the prestigious Waseda University. There, he not only focused on his studies, but also actively engaged in social activities aimed at changing society's perception of people with disabilities. His book, No One's Perfect, published in 1998, became a publishing phenomenon, breaking down rigid stereotypes in Japanese society at the time. After graduating, he continued to challenge himself in various roles such as sports journalist, elementary school teacher, and community activist. In every position, Ototake demonstrated vibrant energy, intelligence, and a remarkable ability to connect with others through his distinctive, radiant smile. The most important educational lesson from Hirotara Ototake's life is self-acceptance and the redefinition of happiness. He proves that happiness does not depend on physical completeness, but on the attitude with which we face our own limitations. His story teaches us that instead of complaining about what we lack, we should learn to make full use of what we have to contribute to society. In education, Ototake is living proof that if children are raised in an environment of trust and fairness, they can find the strength to overcome any barrier. His life reminds everyone that, "My body may have limitations, but my mind and spirit are free and without limits." Don't forget to like and subscribe for more inspiring journeys like this. The twins, Sharik and Tariq in Florida, have written an astonishing genetic paradox by possessing two opposing appearances due to albinism. With a rare ratio of 1 in 20,000, Sharik must battle sensitive skin and weak vision. But this very difference has become a springboard for courage under the guidance of her sister in the same situation. Instead of collapsing before prejudice, the Elliott family has transformed pigment deficiencies into symbols of empathy and extraordinary resilience. Their story is a steel-firm affirmation. When the heart is big enough, all physical barriers must give way to the radiant beauty of the soul. Nikki, a mother in Ontario, Canada, chose to stand by her daughter when little Ella decided to live true to her personal identity at the age of 6. For Ella, being herself was not just a simple change, but a journey to find true happiness and confidence in every breath. Nikki did not just stop at silent support, but also bravely built an online community to connect and empower parents in similar situations, turning love into a lighthouse that guides children amidst a volatile world. Despite facing a wave of brutal criticism and groundless accusations from social media, Nikki maintained a steel-like stance to protect a safe space for her child. She refused to let the fear or prejudice of strangers define her family's values, instead using steadfastness to shatter all chains of hatred. Their story is a costly lesson in courage, affirming that the unconditional love of parents is the strongest shield, helping children overcome all storms to confidently shine with their unique selves. Jacqueline Rodriguez is a living medical phenomenon, shattering all grim predictions of not being able to live past the age of 1. Carrying lymphatic malformations that caused her face and body to be covered in rare tumors, this 16-year-old girl must face a reality without a voice and the inability to eat or drink like a normal person. However, behind the iPad that assists her communication and the feeding tube that sustains her life is a heart of steel, transforming physical flaws into a springboard to reach heights that even healthy people would admire. Instead of withdrawing into the shadows, Jacqueline chooses to burn brightly with passion while playing tennis, learning the guitar, and preparing to graduate from university at the age of 17, a shocking and proud milestone. Her dream of becoming a nurse at the prestigious Stanford University is not just a personal goal, but a steel-firm affirmation. Adversity may shape one's form, but the desire to contribute is what defines the future. Her journey is a brilliant lighthouse, teaching us that when the heart is big enough, every biological barrier must give way to the power of faith and relentless effort. Lisa Brown, a former model from Wisconsin, USA, lived a deeply inspiring life defined by resilience in the face of adversity. Once known for her balanced physique, Lisa's life took a sudden turn when she began losing weight rapidly and severely, despite not changing her diet or exercise routine. From being perfectly healthy, her weight dropped dramatically, altering her appearance to the point where strangers misunderstood her condition and made hurtful assumptions about extreme dieting. After a long and difficult search for answers, in 2013, doctors diagnosed her with superior mesenteric artery syndrome, SMA, an extremely rare condition that compresses the digestive system and prevents the body from properly absorbing nutrients. Despite facing severe physical challenges and relying on medical support, Lisa never allowed hardship to extinguish her optimism. Instead of hiding from public scrutiny, she bravely stepped into the spotlight, participating in artistic photo shoots and speaking openly in media interviews to raise awareness. Beyond that, she launched a meaningful initiative by personally designing and sending heartfelt cards filled with encouragement to patients around the world facing similar struggles. Although Lisa Brown peacefully passed away in early 2017 at the age of 34, her legacy of love continues to shine. Her story not only spreads a powerful message of courage, but also ignites pride and strength in countless individuals who are bravely facing health challenges in their own lives. Sambani is a man from Madagascar who carries a deeply raw and compelling story of human resilience in the face of severe medical adversity. For more than 3 decades, he lived with a massive tumor that continuously grew around his neck and face, eventually reaching nearly 8 kilograms in weight, a physical burden that completely took away his ability to live a normal life. This condition not only posed a direct threat to his life by compressing vital respiratory organs, but also led him into complete isolation, forcing him to face countless difficulties in daily life as well as social barriers from the surrounding community. In a region where access to advanced medical resources was extremely limited, every door of hope seemed to have closed for Sambani until 2015, when he learned about the arrival of a hospital ship operated by an international humanitarian organization that had docked in Madagascar. Despite his severely deteriorating health and the enormous burden he carried, he pushed himself to the limit, walking for 2 full days in search of the faintest chance of survival. The surgery that followed was one of the most complex and high-risk procedures, lasting more than 12 hours and demanding the utmost effort from the medical team. The success of the surgery, along with the emergency blood donations provided by the medical staff themselves, completely changed Sambani's fate. The removal of the tumor freed him from the persistent pain he had endured for 30 years, giving him a new lease on life and standing as a powerful testament to the strength of human survival and the limitless spirit of humanitarian compassion. Beatrice Makoka is a resilient woman from Kenya, known for her inspiring journey of overcoming illness. For more than 2 decades, she lived with a large tumor on her face that severely affected her breathing, largely due to a lack of financial means for treatment. Despite this, she never lost hope. A true turning point came in 2021, when her story was shared by the media, drawing support from countless donors and well-wishers. With this help, a medical team was able to successfully perform surgery, freeing her from the physical burden and giving her a healthier, more independent life. Beatrice's journey stands as a powerful testament to the miracles of human kindness and the strength of the will to live. Celia Chartres-Aris, a distinguished activist from the United Kingdom, has built an extraordinary and inspiring story of resilience in the face of adversity. Living with the extremely rare genetic condition Loeys-Dietz syndrome, she has faced severe medical challenges throughout her life, including multi-organ complications. At one point, she was entirely dependent on artificial nutrition and given a very fragile prognosis. Yet Celia refused to let her circumstances define her future. Despite these physical limitations, she successfully earned a bachelor's degree in law and went on to become a government advisor, lobbyist, and policy expert. Through her sharp insight and determination, she has collaborated with the United Nations, the European Union, and major global organizations to advocate for equality, expand employment opportunities, and challenge discrimination against disabled people. Due to her outstanding contributions, Celia Chartres-Aris was recognized by Shaw Trust as one of the most influential disabled individuals in the United Kingdom. She has also co-founded initiatives supporting entrepreneurs with disabilities and participated in the London Marathon using a wheelchair to raise funds for healthcare causes. Her journey stands as a powerful testament to the idea that courage can drive meaningful change and reshape the world in profound ways. Deep inside the fragile body of a child not even 1 year old, a brutal fight for survival was unfolding against merciless medical adversity. In Eastleigh, United Kingdom, Madison Sherwood has written an inspiring survival story of extraordinary resilience in the face of overwhelming challenges. At just 9 months old, her family's life was turned upside down when medical specialists discovered that Madison was suffering from a rare combination of spinal muscular atrophy and respiratory failure. This condition weakened her muscular system and took away her natural ability to breathe, forcing her to rely on a ventilator connected through a tracheostomy tube around the clock and to use a wheelchair for mobility. At the time, doctors delivered a deeply pessimistic prognosis, fearing that she might not survive beyond her second birthday and would be confined to a completely unconscious existence. Contrary to those predictions, Madison's journey growing up became a powerful testament to an unrelenting will to thrive. Rather than surrendering to the darkness of illness, she demonstrated remarkable vitality by not only surviving, but also shining in her own way. With the continuous devoted care of her parents and medical team, Madison Sherwood remained resilient, attending school alongside her peers while nurturing a deep passion for singing and acting. Her rare optimism and courage earned her the prestigious National Inspiring Child Award. The journey of Madison Sherwood stands as a powerful living testament that even the most severe physical limitations cannot confine a free spirit or the desire to live life to its fullest. How has Madison Sherwood's story inspired you about the power of overcoming adversity? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to keep following more inspiring journeys like this. In the peaceful countryside of Kampong Cham, Cambodia, a man had to hide his smile for more than 30 years. This was the real-life nightmare silently endured by Eng Keng. He suffered from a rare condition that caused abnormal growth of the jawbone and gums, with a tumor that kept expanding over time. As a result, he completely lost the ability to chew and swallow normally, surviving only on liquid food while withdrawing from society under the burden of curious stares. It seemed that his future would remain trapped in despair, but fate took a turn when Australian Dr. Andrew Cheng accidentally learned about his situation. Through this beautiful bridge of compassion, Eng Keng traveled to South Australia to undergo a historic major surgery. With the outstanding expertise of the medical team, the tumor was completely removed, bringing an end to the cruel sentence of fate. This miracle not only restored his physical appearance, but also awakened the radiant smile that had been buried for 3 decades, proudly reigniting an unshakable faith in human kindness and the powerful will to live. The extraordinary people you've just seen are not simply strange or different. They are living proof that the limits of human possibility often exist only in our minds. Each story is a shock, a lesson, and a reminder that the world is far more vast and surprising than we could ever imagine. If today's video made you rethink what is impossible, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel to spread these incredible stories to more people. And don't leave just yet. Comment below and tell us which